Okay, good morning. Hope you had a good weekend. Only one of you asked me why I'm dressed so casually. The reason is, as a number of you know, I'm still going through cancer treatment, and every 3 months I have scans. And when you have scans, I like to do them early in the morning, and they were 6 this morning. They last a couple of hours. And then you have to go back to the doctor, where I'll go right after assembly. So I apologize for my address, but my port's still accessed, so I have to be casual. I'm going to start by talking about a problem we had about 2 weeks ago, and many of you know about it, so it's not new news to you. Our crew team was on a trip to Ohio, and on the bus, several students airdropped some messages that were awful. They were racial, they were wrong, indefensible. When I heard about it, I was just really sad because, I don't think about any of you not treating each other in a way that perhaps speaks to the spirit of the Shakespeare quotation outside in the hallway about we few, we happy few, we band of brothers. I think of you as people that care about one another, and people that care wouldn't send that sort of message out. There was a complete disconnect from my point of view about why you do that. I was embarrassed and I was angry. Coach Kessler canceled the crew competition the next morning in such just sheer frustration and upset. Our diversity committee met for about a week with students that were on that trip to sort of help give us some guidance on how to respond. Do you treat this as zero tolerance and dismiss people? Do you have punishments? I think some of my thoughts about these issues are as follows. One, it's probably important for me to realize that speaking from this podium more about these events can have a good effect. It can create more clarity and a sense of we believe in these issues. I think our commitments about whether they're racial matters or bullying ought to be strong together, and we ought to unite. This incident, for example, the way it erupted or came to light is a senior who wasn't on the trip found out about it and called Coach Kessler. That was a good thing. A student decided, I'm going to step in and stop this. I've always thought that the word gentleman can still, and I still believe this, can be used to communicate these topics, and that we can help invent a greater definition, a 21st century definition for that word. We need to have stronger counseling programs in these realms, and we need to talk about these topics more. Our student groups, like Tearing Down the Walls, then they've done some good work in this respect. They need to continue to do that. We need to record these problems so that we have some history and a sense of what is wrong so that all of us know. And we need to use these issues to be a better, stronger community. My own personal feelings are that people your age make mistakes, and if there's a character about a person and he hasn't done something like this before, it is probably worth giving him a second chance. Because you want to use these experiences to help people learn and grow. May we never have something like this again. It's been too painful. And I trust, I want you to come see me if you have any questions about it. And I hope that I at least provided some clarity today about what occurred. We're going to transition now, so please bear with me as we move to something more pleasant in approach. But what I said, I hope, is going to make a difference together. I'm going to ask now Carter and David to come up on my right here. This is a song that they performed at one of the concerts we had. and I thought it was particularly good. It's a James Taylor song that many of you probably know, and join me in welcoming them as they perform.
Just yesterday morning, they let me know you were gone. Suzanne, the plans they may put an end to you. I walked out this morning and I wrote down this song. I just can't remember who to send it to. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Won't you look down upon me, Jesus? You gotta help me make a stand. You just gotta see me through another lens. My body's aching and my time is at hand, and I won't make it any other way. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you again. Been walking my mind through an easy time, my back turned towards the sun. Lord knows when the cold wind blows, it'll turn your head around. Spending hours of time on the telephone line to talk about things to come. Sweet dreams and flying machines and pieces on the ground. Oh, I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen sunny days that I thought would never end. I've seen lonely times when I could not find a friend. But I always thought that I'd see you, baby, one more time again now. Thought I'd see you one more time again. There's just a few things coming my way this time around now. Thought I'd see you, fire in a rain now. Ba-da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-ba-dum, ba-da-dum.
Thank you, Carter, sang that beautifully, and David, thank you for playing. Sort of on more music news, two orchestra students, Ebenezer Henry Okafor and Emmett Castile, received a superior rating for their solo performance recently, and our chorus recently competed in a choral fest and got a superior rating. Let's give a round of applause to both of them. Dr. Fuller wrote me yesterday, said thanks to MBA's 35 student and faculty volunteers for getting up early on Saturday morning to be ready for the 16th Richland Creek Run. Your sacrifice contributed to such a successful annual community event and fundraiser for the Greenways of Nashville. We appreciate your efforts with hydration, timing keeping, and safety, as well as politeness and encouragement along the course. Special thanks to Dr. Bailey, Dr. Cirillo, and Mr. Frederick for leading groups with Dr. Fuller, and to Will Elrod as project manager for rallying the troops. Thanks for being good stewards and neighbors to the Greenway. Let's give that group a round of applause, too. Ian Dorelli's been very involved in service, and the Service Club asked him to make these comments, so welcome Ian as he comes up.
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. These concepts from the U.S. Declaration of Independence probably resonate with all of us, and yet so frequently do we hear various groups protesting that these inalienable rights are being infringed upon. Thanks to Miss Williams and the Service Club, I've been able to combine a desire to learn more about these inalienable rights with my passion for the Best Buddies organization through a service fellowship in which I have researched the unique challenges to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness facing people with disabilities. What if I told you that almost 100% of pregnancies diagnosed with Down syndrome in Iceland or Denmark are terminated? In Britain, that number is 90%. And in the greatest country of the world, our very own United States of America, prenatal scanning has led to an abortion rate of 67% when there is a possible Down syndrome diagnosis. Or what if I said that during the pandemic, a doctor in Oregon cited a woman with intellectual disabilities' low quality of life as the reason for his writing "Do Not Resuscitate" orders for the woman. Across our own nation and the world, similar instances occurred. Hospitals, most of which were not at capacity, cited the low quality of life of people with disabilities to deny them vital medical care. While I hope that these challenges to life seem horrific to all of you, the challenges regarding the right to make various decisions, as well as the barriers to independent living, are equally as pertinent. Likewise, despite the misconception that people with special needs are always happy, this group suffers from depression at an alarmingly higher rate than neurotypical and able-bodied people. According to psychiatric evaluations, people with disabilities have a 5 times higher likelihood of struggling with depression due to ostracization. It has been challenges like these that I've been able to research through my service fellowship over the past 2 years. I met in person, over the phone, and via Zoom with people like Mr. Baker, an alumnus of MBA who serves on the board here. He runs a Stewart home and school in Frankfort, Kentucky for people with special needs. Sitting in the Burke Wellness Center cafe before school one morning, Mr. Baker discussed the pros and cons of public and private care centers. That meeting with Mr. Baker inspired me to look into living opportunities, training, and education for people with IDDs, which led to a number of phone calls with other directors, life care planners, and students of Vanderbilt's Next Steps program, a post-secondary education in academics, social and career development, and independent living for students with intellectual disabilities. I would like to thank Ms. Williams and the Service Club for giving me this opportunity. The Service Fellowship made the Best Buddies events that we host no longer seem to be just fun ways to meet new people, but rather events that create a more inclusive society, a society unhindered by the many misconceptions that are to blame for the challenges to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness for people with special needs. I truly appreciate your attention, and I want to encourage all of you, especially underclassmen who are currently involved in specific service projects, to apply for a service fellowship. Both Jack Kim and I have found our service fellowships to bring more meaning to our service endeavors and are happy to talk to any of you who might be interested. So feel free to reach out to me or Jack or Ms. Williams if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Our 2 guests behind me are from the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. The last several years, we've had a number of students participate in a fundraiser, essentially, that they've had, and they're here to recognize 2 of our students this morning. Join me in recognizing, in thanking Mackenzie Stovall and Christine Ryan for being here this morning.
Hi, so I'm Mackenzie, and as Mr. Joya just said, we're at the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, where the mission is to cure leukemia, lymphoma, Hodgkin's disease, and myeloma, and improve the quality of life of patients and their families. We participate with the Students of the Year competition, which is a 7 weeks philanthropic fundraising competition, and you've had 2 of your peers lead the MBA and heart pathology team along with Ella Frederick. So please help me recognizing Cole Hooper and Hunter Johnson to the stage. Cole and Hunter, they brought back the reigning champions of the 7-week Students of the Year competition. They raised a record-breaking $174,000 with help from you guys from your school, so I'll let them come talk.
Morning, y'all. Just want to say thank you to our team and thank you to Mackenzie and Christina for all their help. Yeah, it was a good 7 weeks, and we broke our record by 20,000, and we want to say thank you to everybody that helped us out.
Thanks and congratulations to both of you. Cole and Hunter, I know you understand this as a personal connection for me personally because, as I said, this is the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, and I have lymphoma, and it does make a difference to have this kind of support, and I appreciate your being here very much. We have a few announcements. First, Billy, TJ, and McConaughey, if you'd come up, then Lane, and then Middleton, and then the students who will present the Envirothon information.
Morning, gentlemen. We're here to tell you about the latest in the great line of student-directed one-acts, our 2022 show, Discontinued. It features 3 short plays written by each of us. Tickets are free for students and faculty and $5 for non-MBA students and parents. My show is called They're Coming to Get You, Barry, and it's about the zombie apocalypse. But what if the zombies could talk? And it's got lots of fun action, comedy, and lots of fake blood that I had to make over the weekend. So, hope you all come to see it.
Second of which, written and directed myself, is titled Decadence of Solitude, takes the audience through the mind of a successful writer who finds himself flooded with concerns over his newest novel as he seeks its publication. These fears are compounded by strange happenings and visits from his past. I hope you'll come out and support. TJ?
In my play titled Justice One Day, as you can see, to this day, the importance, and we need to clarify the importance of social justice. So my play pretty much centers around a student who is interrogated. He's a young student who's set up in arduous situations by being encountered by the police. And so, as you can see today, not only in our community, but community surrounding us, we need to discuss that and highlight that as well. So I felt that was important to discuss it. Hopefully you guys will be able to come out to see it. I don't know if McConaughey can mention, but we start Wednesday, April 20th at 6:30 p.m. and we're running Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So please come out and support us, and thank you.
Hello, I'm Lane Orndorff with the MBA Art Club, and Saturday, April 30th, so not this weekend but the next, at 6 o'clock, we will be taking a small group to go see the interactive Van Gogh exhibit just right down the road from here. It's really interesting, really beautiful, a great time. So at 6 o'clock, email me, Lane Orndorff, or Ms. Hollifield in order to get on the list. It's first come, first served. Thank you very much.
Hi, everybody. So I am Middleton, and I'm here to announce that MBA's student-run Music and Arts Festival in Dada will be held this Saturday. From 11 to 3, you can stop by the campus to see local artists and listen to live student musical performances. There will be free food, games, and activities for all grades. On top of all this, you can visit MBA student club booths and watch live performances, including a Chinese dragon dance, several faculty Shakespeare impersonations, Mr. Bromfield's juggling act, and alum Ashton Terrell's dancing troupe. All of this and more will be held at Indata in the front quad and within this building on Saturday from 11 to 3. This is a big event, and we hope to see you there.
Also, this weekend in Indata will be Grill and Chill.
We're going to be cooking a few Boston butts, maybe some chicken, maybe some ribs, definitely some burgers. So come out. We'll bring the smoker, we'll bring the grill, you bring the chill. Hope to see y'all there.
On Wednesday, April 13th, the MBA Envirothon teams 1 and 2 participated in the Five Rivers Region competition. Team 1, consisting of Alex Owings, Martin Greer, Jack Lockamy, Harrison Zoller, and Noah Higgs, placed second place.
Team 2, consisting of Nate Holder, Luke Keller, Michael Kong, Whit Uden, and Nathan Williams, placed first. Team 2 will now move on to the state competition on the 3rd and 4th of May.
MBA teams had to identify trees, leaves, tracks, firs, skulls, soil, scat, and the likes. MBA Team 2 took the first place in soils, forestry, wildlife, and current event, while MBA Team 1 took first place in aquatics. Between our two teams, MBA won every category on top of taking the top 2 spots in the competition.
On behalf of the MBA Envirothon team, I'd like to present this first place regional plaque to Mr. Joy in the school.
Thanks and congratulations. And I should highlight both the one acts this week and the Endata program, which a lot of people have worked hard on. So, and it's supposed to be a just gorgeous day on Saturday. So be a great day to be out on the campus from 11 to 3. Reed Ragsdale is going to come up and introduce those students who are running for student body president.
Today, we are hosting the elections for student body president for next year. I'm grateful to have served as vice student body president and to have helped organize events like homecoming and field day along with the student council. We will now be watching the videos of each candidate running for student body president, and a ballot will be sent out right after assembly. Students will have till 6 p.m. tonight to vote, and please vote for the candidate who you think best represents the ideals of MBA and who will best lead our school next year. Thank you.
Hustle, loyalty, and respect. That's the name of a song by 17-time WWE champion John Cena. Hello, I'm Niles Meltesen, and while there's 3 great qualities of a leader, there are also 3 great qualities which I exude. Let's begin with hustle. I'm talking about pushing yourself to be the best you can day in and day out. And whether that's in the classroom, at Latin competitions, or doing push-ups, I'm always hustling. Loyalty. I've been on the student council for 3 years, meaning I have the experience to know how to run and plan events such as field day and homecoming. I got serious loyalty for the Big Red and for the student council, and I know I have the experience to succeed next year as your student body president. Respect. I have serious respect for every member of our Big Red family all the way down to the 7th graders. And next year, I'm going to make a concerted effort to get to know as many of you as I can as your student body president. I know, and I hope now you know, what the great qualities of a leader are. And while in a green zone, I hope you'll whip out your phone and beam a vote my way. Thank you.
I am Nathaniel Nelson, and I'd like to share a quote with you from the famous and beloved Snoop, D-O-double-G, Snoop Dogg. If you stop at general math, you're only going to make general math money. Now, what does Snoop mean by this? He means if you settle for mediocrity, you're only going to get mediocrity in return. So that's why you must go for the best. That is exactly why I'm running to be your student body president. I am the best. Why should you vote for me? Why am I the best? Let me tell you. I've got a crazy work ethic. I'm willing to go to lengths none of my opponents will go to complete any task ahead of me. I will work day and night. I will fight tooth and nail to get any job done. I'm also a great listener. I'm willing to listen to any ideas, even if they're terrible. Not only will I listen, I religiously adhere to the words of Master Uruguay, don't quit. I will never give up because I have outstanding drive. Finally, I'm a good leader. I know what it takes to effectively lead, and I know how to get tasks done with efficiency. So let's be great, and let's vote for Nate.
Hey guys, I'm Alex Deekoski, and I'm running for the position of student body president for next year. So basically, I think you guys should vote for me because I really make every effort to be as nice as I possibly can always. My whole ordeal is just to be as friendly as possible. If you see me in the hallway, I will say hi to you and I will have a nice conversation. And that I want to bring into the next year. I want you guys to feel comfortable with me as your president. If you have any ideas, anything that you want to say to me ever, please come up and talk to me because I want to talk to you. I have made it my genuine effort that my entire time I've been at MBA to be friends with as many people as possible, and I think I've done a really good job. Also, I work really hard. I work till 11:30 every night on homework. I'm in here working on schoolwork, during study hall, during break, during lunch. I'm always working, and I will put that same effort into my student body president duties. Also, I do a lot of different things. I'm on the varsity baseball team. I run cross country. I do theater. I play piano in the band. And I've been on student council for the past 2 years, so I think I know the gist of it by now. But really, guys, I want you to vote for me because you think I'm the right candidate. If you want to vote for somebody who will be friendly to everybody, who will work so hard and care so much about this job to make next year the best year that we possibly can, then please vote for me. Alex Deekoski. Thanks, guys.
Hey y'all, I'm Payne Daniel for those of you who don't know me, and I'm running to be next year's student body president. I've seen some great men lead this student body over the past few years, and watching them do what they do, I think I've got some good insight on what it takes to lead this school and student council and everyone in it. I've seen what it takes to have a successful field day, homecoming, and carnival, and I would love to make it all better than ever next year. For example, I'd love to get some traditional egg toss, potato sack race, three-legged race, and much more. Commander's Cup events will be the hottest place to be on Saturday mornings next year. Along with that, you and your buddies, if you win, will get a trophy as a prize for winning the Commander's Cup event. That will probably be very large. I'll do my best to advocate for at least one assembly to be moved back to the theater next year so that we can capture the camaraderie that comes with all being packed close together in one room. I want to be the friendly face that junior school students and the rest of high school feel like they can come talk to me, to work with the administration, to make everything about MBA just a better place in general. Thank you for your time and consideration, and vote Payne.
I, Quinlan Stewart, am running for student body president. MBA under me is going to be different, okay? Your step's going to have a different bounce. Your skin's going to have a different glow to it. You're going to be a happier guy. Now, we at MBA are first and foremost gentlemen. But that doesn't mean we can't have the best student section in all of Tennessee. I, as president, am willing to give full necessary executive power to the student section leader to make the music loud enough, the crowd just the right level of rowdy, and pick only the best songs. Now let's talk about field day. We all love field day. I will make field day as long as possible and the school day as short as possible. You're gonna be doing all the running, jumping, and throwing balls as you can. It's gonna be great. Now let's spend a second to talk about the junior school. Now, I was a junior schooler. I remember the mixers and the events they had. You know, they were, let's just say I'm gonna make them better. I'm gonna make them up to par with the high school events. I'm gonna go down to the trenches. I'm gonna fight for the junior schoolers. I guarantee it. Now, let's talk about homecoming and prom, right? We all love DJ Who. Well, we're gonna have even more shining lights, as many smoke machines as I can reasonably justify, and let me tell you, the music's not gonna be quiet, okay? You know what else it's going to be? It's going to be classy. You're going to be looking around. You're going, wait a minute. Am I in Carnegie Hall right now? No, I'm in Montgomery Bell Academy. That's where I'm at. It's going to be classy and it's going to be a spectacle. Now, how do you know I'm going to do any of these things, right? I could just be saying words out of my mouth, right? There's no, maybe I just get in office in my big iron throne and have all the smoke machines for myself. Well, that's why halfway through my term, I'll send out a poll. And if you think I haven't been doing my job well, I'll step down on the spot, no questions asked. Okay? That is how confident I am that I'm the right man for this job. And I think the only thing left is to vote Quinlan. Quinlan, I think you should vote for that Quinlan guy. I think I'd recommend him. Okay? Thank you.
Inventive speeches. Great to see. The voting will take place, Reed, today. So please be thoughtful and vote for the candidate you think will be best. Lastly, I'm just going to summarize some athletics from last week. The shotgun team started out their season 2-0 and had some great outings. Also a great outing at Big Springs this weekend. Our tennis team defeated Ravenwood 6-1. Our crew team came in second in a regatta at Macaulay. Our lacrosse team first defeated Christian Brothers last Wednesday 16-6 and then Ensworth 18-3. Our baseball team swept Brentwood Academy this week with a great doubleheader on Thursday. Our JV golf team beat CPA, and our track team was leading all the teams before the bad weather came in on Wednesday. So a good week for sports. That's it. Have a great week.